Welcome to the Dark Spell Podcast, the latest D&D live play podcast on the Trinity Force Network. I'm your host and DM, Mott Ganorum. If you are downloading the show for the first time on iTunes or your favorite podcast app, welcome. This is the 7th episode in the first arc in the Dark Spell story, and you can catch up right here on this feed or visit Trinity Force Network's YouTube page, just search Dark Spell Podcast, to catch up on all of the latest episodes and to see some bonus character introduction episodes that you'll only find on that YouTube page. If you like the show, be sure to follow us on Twitter at DarkSpellPod, P-O-D. Send us an email, darkspellcast@gmail.com. Should have thought that one through. And check out the Trinity Force Network subreddit, r/T-Force Network. Tune in every Friday for new episodes and enjoy the show. So you have been listening to Revan's tale now for a few hours. He tells it quite poetically, taking dramatic pauses and highlighting his own contributions to the tale as much as he can, really glorifying the highs and dramatizing the lows. And it's not long before you can actually begin to see Morin Harbor's city walls from the safety of the road. So it won't be too long before you're there. And so Revan goes, well, boys, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And he kind of gives like a little shoulder jab.
Well, that's a very unnerving chain of events.
Yeah, so you can maybe tell why I was a little freaked out when you guys showed up out of the blue.
Was that an unintentional pun?
Well, I guess humor's kind of lost to me at this point.
What's humor?
Exactly.
So, Revan, why wouldn't you just send us off to go scour the coring wood and rid you of this?
I'd love you to. That sounds great. But we can't get all the supplies back. I needed to leave my guards behind, and I'm scared. And here we are. I mean, I tried to tell you guys all of this, but you left. You ran right away. Right out the door, the only help we've gotten. But here you are now. You've killed 3 of my problems and solved a food one. This is great. Good day. Good day so far.
All right. If you had,
I've got like no
if you had to make,
that. Goddamn.
If you had to
you
make,
solved the food one. I can only do Bingle's voice now.
Forever. That's the only voice you'll ever be able to do for your entire life after this.
My voice is a pale comparison to Justin McElroy's Taco Taco of the hit series The Adventure Zone.
Beautiful. All right. Well, we need to check out the Crash in the Sticks. Other than that, do you have a list of priorities that you want to have us check out once we've searched the sticks for our friend?
Well, I can't stop you from going east, but we know that the goblins from the north, who, by the way, never a peep from them. We knew they were there. We just didn't go into the hills. It's a pretty avoidable place. There's nothing really up there for us. But we know that they're in the sticks. And we just never went after we found out that they've been raiding the dang place.
So it was the goblins that destroyed the hunting lodge, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we can assume. But listen, I can ask you to do
Let's
things.
go to that fucking hunting lodge.
what I really want you guys to do is help safeguard the city by dealing
nope.
with the camp. I mean, that you do you, of course. You've already helped with the food and the supplies, and hopefully my caravan that I'll send out can make it there and back with no problem, but the bandits are on the top of my mind.
The rest of the bandits were in Coringwood?
We think. We didn't see where their ship went, but we haven't seen a ship on the coast yet, so...
See,
Well, you better hurry back to your guys.
I kind of wish you would have just told us the entire story at the lighthouse so that we could have just gone to the Coring Wood, taken care of business, and then not had to go back.
Yeah, but, 12 mercenaries angrily coming through the woods to take
Kill
back
your two
what's
guys,
theirs. Yep. Not a fight I want to take.
I think we could have handled ourselves.
You, maybe. Me?
All right, guys, are we going to Coringwood and leaving this boy's caravan to take it for themselves? Or, sorry, are we going to go to the Sticks and let them do their thing on their own? Or are we going to transport their thing halfway while we're on our way to Coringwood? Or are we going to...
Would you rather go to the
back
Sticks, or do you want to take care of the... What are ultimately pirates at this point?
Here's my thing. Denon took us to this place to help, and he brought supplies that seem to be here to help what we have found to be the only hospitable settlement on the entire island. And we came from the direction that caused our ship to crash on the south side, so I'm assuming we were setting sail for Morin Harbor. He seems to know Denon. I think Denon would have wanted us to fix and help him.
We just continue the mission.
I think we go to Coringwood. I think we fuck up the bandits so that once we get to the Sticks, we either find Denon or we don't, but we at least have a base camp that we can come back to. And that'll at least fulfill part of the mission that Denon seems to have set for us. And I'm not as concerned about Denon being in trouble, because if we were fine after crashing, I assume he's going to be even better off than we were.
All right, Revan, you crazy bitch. Me and my fellows have come to a conclusion. We will take care of these bandits on one condition.
Okay.
That lighthouse is now called Beastfoot Manor from now to the end of time.
Sure. Why not?
Oh, and I want a bedroll.
Yeah, I already said I'd give you that.
And I want paint supplies.
Like
He wants to make a flag.
Oh,
And
sure.
I want linens.
Sure. Great.
And I want, guys, what else can I get from this guy?
Okay, well, how about this? You help us
Oh,
clear
we
out
want
these
horses.
bandits.
Give us horses. We want horses.
We don't have horses.
Well, then you have no deal.
If we had horses, we would have eaten them. And we haven't eaten them. And because we never had them. And here we are. And you're now at this point, you are at Morin Harbor. You're through the gates. People are kind of coming up and sort of greeting you. Some people help the old woman who you have not taken any steps to acknowledge, by the way. Carrying these boxes. Carrying these boxes, by the way, like a fucking boss. Just like 2 boxes up on her shoulders, no problem whatsoever. She sets them down and says, "Revan, I'll take care of the preparations for the caravan. You don't worry about that." And she sort of runs off and gets that going. And she says, Revan sort of claps his hands together and goes, "Well, that's lunch. Let's go." And he kind of struts off to the tavern.
Okay.
You gonna go with him?
Well, I mean, we're waiting for the caravan, right?
Yeah, they're gonna take some time. If you were to wander over and sort of like see the preparations, you can tell that they're gonna be, battle ready in about an hour to head out. They kind of have to get some carts together, make sure that they're sending armed people. But you're in the city. It's about a day later after you left at this point. And you've got lunch waiting for you at the inn, or you can do whatever you want. The world's your oyster.
Do you want to get a bedroll and just go now, or do you want to have lunch first?
I think we should eat. We might as well. We don't know how long we're going to be out there. We don't know the next time we're going to get a warm meal. It should be, relatively soon, but let's go ahead and eat now. We might be able to find out something interesting while we're here, and then let's head for Coringwood.
Sure.
Okay. So you walk into the inn, the High Tower Inn, and it's very much the same as you saw it before. You can hear Revan working away in the kitchen, sort of preparing a meal. And you see one of the guys who came in with Revan before, sort of wearing the simple clothing. And he's got a single plate of food that he takes, walks by you guys, kind of acknowledges you. He opens up a door towards the back of the room and disappears behind that door for a little bit and comes back without the plate, and then goes back into the kitchen.
Are you guys curious that they have a shortage of food? What are they cooking?
You can tell that it's
we brought some back with us, didn't we?
It's a very simple stew that they're making.
Okay.
Nothing like extravagant, nothing fancy, but it's warm, it's food.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat it.
Okay, so Revan eventually comes out with meals and serves up a plate for all of you guys, and he serves you up. Any topics of conversation while you enjoy your lunch? Or you just gonna kind of button down to business and be on your way?
What can we expect out in the Coringwood?
Well, we've scouted the area a little bit. A few run-ins with the gents from the Fat Lord, but they've come and they've gone quite peacefully. Threats and all of that, but no violence. We don't know exactly where their camp is, but we haven't found their ship either. So there's that. The beasts, the wolves especially, seem to be in a pretty ravenous form. I imagine their food supply is quickly dwindling as they peck off anything lower in the food chain. But it's a rather thick woods. It's not really useful to us other than the occasional lumber, but most of what we take is out of the sticks anyway. It's just sort of a woods on the island.
Okay. I mean, that seems straightforward to me.
Pretty straightforward, yeah. Probably one of the simpler things going on right now.
Have you guys noticed anything odd, magic or otherwise, appearing on the island outside of the goblins in that area?
I mean, other than the obvious, not particularly.
Well, I'm ready to go when you guys are.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
All right. Is there anything you want to do in the town? Like he gives you whatever supplies you need, but there's not much they can offer you that you don't already have or had access to.
Okay. All right. So can I grab another potion?
No potions.
Okay, they're all gone.
Yeah, the fights kind of ate up all of those supplies quite a bit.
So there's no well, can I get bandages then? Because it's pretty much just cloth.
Yeah, I mean, like nothing. It would help you, like if somebody broke a foot or something, it would help you sort of secure that. But otherwise, like there's no in-game benefit to it.
Okay. Then, yeah, I'll just take it. Why not? I'll get.
It's a little metagaming. I mean, if you came out with something extraordinarily clever with like bandages, good on you. But
you know what? Not a bandage. I'm gonna ask for a rope. That seems more useful.
Yeah, sure. He'll give you some rope.
I got a rusty key last session, if I recall.
Yes, you did.
Now, did we? I mean, fuck.
We haven't covered that yet, but that was on the body of the dead guy, right? So It might have something to do with.
I just hope it wasn't in the lighthouse somewhere, and we just left it.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, it's Beastfoot Manor, man. You can always go back.
Totally true. I own that shit. All right, let's go.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
All right, so you go outside, and the caravan is now prepped and ready to go. The half-orc woman is at the helm of it, and she is ordering 4 other, not as well-armed, but pretty decently armed sort of mercenary types in a light leather garb who are ready to accompany him. So you guys are going to head out?
Yes.
Okay.
And while we're going, I'm going to waddle next to the half-orc woman.
Okay. Just out of pure curiosity for how this is going to play out, is your intention to go with the caravan all the way to the lighthouse, or are you going to break off at the halfway point and go north to the Coringwood?
I want to break off halfway.
What time is it? How late is it?
It would take you, with the cart and everything, it would take you to nighttime probably to get back to the lighthouse. To the Coringwood, you'd be arriving just as nightfall approaches.
So, I don't know about you two, but I would prefer to spend the night at the lighthouse, where at least we have some form of protection, and Bingle can support both Colgrim and I from above if we needed to fight, rather than going into the woods, into the enemy territory, in the dark.
When they wouldn't expect us.
Do they expect us at all?
Point taken.
The caravan lets you know that their intention is to head out to the lighthouse and prepare to spend the night out there and ready all the supplies and get everything set up, and then leave like first thing in the morning to go back to Morin Harbor.
Okay, we could support that. What do you think, Colgrim?
I think we could at least walk with them the majority of the way and then split off towards the woods.
So
that's what I was
going
gonna
to
do.
go into the woods.
I mean, I think that's probably the right course of action in worst case. Unless whoever is in the woods just happened to be moving toward the lighthouse at the same time and they're behind us, we can just catch anyone that would be moving toward the lighthouse moving toward the lighthouse from Morin Harbor on the way and just cut them off anyway.
Okay, I'll follow you guys.
All right, so you guys are gonna all head out together?
Yeah, I think
yes.
I'd rather keep us together.
Okay, so you start on your way and you begin your trek. Why don't you guys give me some perception checks just to see what you guys see along the road?
All right, passive perception?
No passive perception, just pure perception. All 3 of you.
I got a 16.
I got a 15.
Hold on. I
Colgan got
got
a 14.
Okay.
That's cute. 14, 15, 16.
The trip on your way out to just about the halfway point goes relatively undisturbed. You don't see anything. No one really approaches. You're pretty familiar with the landscape at this point, so you can sort of spend more time focusing on what's out there. And what you'll notice is that there's not a whole lot of wildlife. You see the occasional little rabbit or squirrel or anything like that, but this is sort of a big open field with some trees and lots of vegetation, and there's just not a lot going on out in this part of the world. But otherwise, you're not noticing anything in particular. Is there anything you guys want to talk to the caravan people about? You're approaching the halfway point, so we can kind of play out any conversations that have gone on throughout.
I would like to, as I said, I waddle up next to the half-orc lady. How tall is she?
She is like 6'2".
Whoa, big girl, huh?
Little man.
I don't know what you're talking about. What's your name? I'm Bingle Beastfoot of Clan Beastfoot, talented ranger. I went to prison once.
I'm Brid. I'm a cook.
And
I'm a cook.
oh, you're a cook too? Is everyone in this town just a cook then? Hey, I'm Bingle Beastfoot. I turn around to the rest of the caravan. I'm a cook too, apparently.
Well, I'm from the hard home, like the rest of these good men, and I was the ship's cook. What of it? What are you, your party's footstool here? And she kind of like,
oh, good one. Anyway, what are you? What are you?
At the rest of the caravan, and they get a good chuckle out of that.
What are you? Your party's footstool or something?
she kind of smiles at you, and she gives you like a little push to the shoulder, and she just goes, I just kind of messing with you, man. You're good people.
Well, I've gotten from you what I wanted. Good day.
Great. Any other?
I want to point out that at this point, I have rolled my eyes so hard I had to do an acrobatics check.
Oh, hey-oh. How'd you do on that?
Nice. 24. Ooh. Or 23. Yeah. Wasted it.
I can see that your reading comprehension roll was pretty bad.
So you guys are at the halfway point. You're sort of at the commit point to whether you're going to go to the lighthouse and stay the night or head north to the Coringwood.
To the Coringwood. Bye, bitches. Good luck.
Coringwood, we go.
So the caravan bids you adieu, and you head north. So it's not long. You can actually kind of see the woods sort of sprawling out on the horizon. You're sort of in that hilly part of the southwestern part of the island. So you're kind of dipping up and back through these small hills and kind of craggy areas, and you're able to see after about an hour and a half or so's travel the outer limits of the Coringwood. And these are these beautifully full sort of these big oak trees. It's very green, very lush, very dense. However, the wood spans for miles in this
dense bush.
Big dense bush. The wood spreads for miles across your vision, and as you sort of crest over this hill, you actually notice something sticks out pretty well in the fading light. There's a fire lit right on the edge of the wood, about, you'd say, a half hour's trek from where you are on this high hill.
Are there any small critters around?
The fire's on a high hill?
No. You're
On
you're
a high
sort of in
hill.
this hilly area, and you've
Yeah.
sort of come to the crest of this hill, and you see the forest sprawled out ahead of you.
Are
And
there
on
any
the
small
edge
critters
of
around?
the forest, you see the fire. Give me a perception check.
Fuck! Why do I never see small critters? It's a 9.
You do see them, but they're very timid by your presence and choose to run away as soon as the mutual discovery is found.
I
You
made
so
you a promise,
badly-
you little shits.
You so badly want a small critter.
Yeah,
I was gonna use them as a little scouting tool.
sure.
Let's I figure, I mean, we should get a little bit closer, and then I'm a tiny little man that can see in the dark. I think I can then take a little quick peek-see for us. And if anything goes wrong, I can send a flare up in the air, and you guys can come fucking run in. But before we do that, we should get closer stealthily, because they're a half hour's trek away.
Yeah. Yeah, the hills kind of continue for a little bit. They're not as high as before, but you could make an attempt to approach and get danger close theoretically without being seen, but to actually get close enough to fully make out the situation, you are going to need to approach with a little bit
Yeah.
more guile.
I feel like I should be the one to do that, because I'm a little tiny little boy. If we go closer, I don't know, are you guys down for that? I think that could work. I'm the only one with a flare gun too.
Sure.
I'm gonna kind of trail you a little bit.
Yeah, I'm moving
One-
up, but not.
We're gonna stay
Yeah.
far, keep a distance. I'm gonna stay probably 20 yards behind you.
Okay, so they were a half hour away. So can we trek as close as we can get without them seeing us?
Okay.
Yeah, you take half the distance before you think you would be in any sort of danger of being discovered. The light is very quickly fading as you continue to trek on. So it's kind of to the point now where if Bingle, if you're going to go ahead and try to get any closer, you can do so now by rolling a stealth check.
That's going to be me that's going to do that, because I can see in the dark. Is it dark yet?
I'd say it's to the point where, especially looking into the wood, you would have a pretty hard time without the aid
All right.
of any kind of
I
light.
rolled a 23 for stealth check.
Okay, so how close do you want to get to this camp?
I want to get fucking... So this is what I'm picturing. So I got 23 on a stealth check, right? So it's pretty good, yeah?
We'll see.
All right, I want to sort of just creep up. I'm going to creep up. I'm going to, serpentine from rock to rock, from stump to stump, from bush to bush. Just quickly, staying low, about 1.5 feet off the ground.
Are you staying more towards the
Left.
wooded area or towards the open area?
The wooded area, for sure, because there's more brush.
Okay.
And I just want to get as close. I want to get close enough to be able to see who's around the fire, if there's anyone around the fire, what's around the fire.
Okay.
Damn, dude.
So you're approaching, and you're creeping along through the woods, and you're sort of hugging from tree to tree, sort of diving in and out, and you're getting closer and closer to this fire. And as you approach, you see one figure, or rather short person with this kind of curly hair towards hanging sort of low onto his back. He's roughly your height in a strange way. And you kind of get closer and closer, and you're sort of creeping ever nearer to him, and then snap, you step on a twig, and he sort of jumps up in place and goes, "Oh, oh, oh, who's there?" And he kind of like turns around, but he's looking like up and down and over the place, and he goes, "Oh, Marcus,
Okay.
is that you?"
I am going to just immediately duck behind the nearest tree.
Marcus,
and I'm going to cast Minor Illusion.
Marcus, Marcus, it's me, Saturn.
I'm going to create I'm going to create a sound. What Minor Illusion does is it allows me to create a sound or object within range that lasts 1 minute. The range is 30. I'm going to go as far to my left as possible, and I'm going to make a sound that goes, "Yep."
Okay, so you do that, and the short figure sort of goes, "Oh, Marcus, you sound kind of strange, but hey, oh man, how did it go at the lighthouse?" And you see this figure sort of walk over into the clearing just at the edge of the fire, and is looking straight forward at nothing, but continues to sort of prattle on. And you hear him go, "Oh man, I was sitting here at the edge of the woods with nothing to do, and oh geez, I just want to get back to camp, and you guys were gone for a really long time, and you weren't supposed to be that long.
I'm going to draw my bow.
How long have you guys been out there for? God!"
And I'm going to train it on his head.
And he's gonna kind of like duck down a little bit and sort of like clap his hands a little bit and goes, "Come here, Mason, hey, buddy."
And I'm
buddy,
going to fire my bow at his head.
Oh my god.
All right.
Do we see any of this?
No.
Oh god.
You can maybe hear like the guy calling out, but like
No,
not well
I'm
enough to
gonna roll
like
now.
hear what's going on.
I'm going to roll.
All right, roll it.
Okay,
I think you have full initiative on this as well.
Where is?
Yeah, no, I'll give you.
I should get advantage too, right?
Yeah, I'll give you advantage.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to also use.
No.
Well, I'm gonna put a
Don't
hunter's mark on him.
explode him.
All right. So what? Give me a rundown of what that is.
So basically, I pick a creature within 90 feet that I can see, and I mystically mark it. And I deal an extra 1d6 damage to whoever is marked with whatever weapon is attacking them. I also have advantage on wisdom, like perception and survival checks against them.
Okay. So you're gonna attack.
Oh, and if the target drops to 0, I don't know who fuck Mason is, but if the target dies to 0, goes to 0 and dies while this spell is still on them, I can use an extra bonus action to switch it to a new target. I.e. that little bitch Mason, whoever it is. So he's marked, and I'm going to now draw my bowstring.
Mason was one of the guys who was at the manor, which is why.
Oh, so we already took care of that motherfucker. Just like I'm about to take care of... That's a 20.
Okay. So yeah, roll damage.
Okay, that's 9 damage. Plus an extra D6.
It's just
Hold on a second here. Oh, damn. Only plus a 1. So 10 damage.
Okay, so he takes this this arrow sort of hard to the shoulder and goes, "Ah, what? Who's that? Mason, get him! Come on, Marcus, let's go!" And he sort of charges towards you.
Would he know where the arrow came from?
Go ahead and roll initiative. You don't know.
You got hit by it.
You don't know.
And he's going to know a general direction. It's going to be sticking out of one part of his body, right?
Okay, I'm rolling initiative, right? That's a 13.
How close are I?
I have not fired the flare yet. Stay back,
God
Maylog.
damn it. We have no idea what's going on.
That makes it so much better.
Yeah,
Stay
that
back,
makes my
Maylog.
conscience a lot better.
I mean, like, I don't think I just want to kill this dude outright for worrying
I
about
know
his
that
friend and
Colgrim
dog.
doesn't want to kill people, so I'm going to take care of this one
Oh
quiet
my
style.
god, you're so aggressive.
Maud, I rolled a 13. Are you still there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm still here. So you get one more shot at him.
And he's still got Hunter's Mark on him. So, boom. That's a 22 to hit.
That's a hit.
All right. That's 11 damage plus 2. That's 13 damage.
Jesus Christ.
This poor guy.
Right in the dome. Right in the fucking dome.
All right. That takes him down
Jesus, this guy's tanky as hell. What the fuck?
considerably. Hold on, I'm doing maths.
There's no way this boy's alive.
You have no idea what you're stepping into, by the way. That's gonna get edited out of the show. You don't know anything.
This boy's about to
get
die.
a calculator. God damn it.
He's gonna be like a dragon or something.
He's gonna run at you, and he's gonna pull out a small dagger.
Bring it, bitch.
And he's gonna go, I gotcha! And
Nope, not yet, bitch. Roll roll attack.
Does a 12 hit your armor class?
Nope.
All right, so he kind of takes a swing at you and misses, but you see him pick his head up and look straight ahead in the opposite direction of you. And he goes, get him, Marcus! And it's your turn.
Okay, so Marcus wasn't one of the people at the fucking at the thingy badonger.
Let's find out.
Okay. I'm going to
You're side by side. He took a swing at you, missed.
All right.
And
I
is
pull
like,
out my my flare gun
okay.
and I place the barrel of it right on his chest.
Fuck, dude.
Oh my
Fucking
God.
brutal. Roll it.
Oh my god.
I figured the fire will alert my my friends. But I'll also get a little bit of use out of it. Okay. That's a 17.
Yeah, that's a hit.
All right. So, that's 4 plus 6, so that's a 10, and now he's on fire.
God damn it.
So he kind of like his chest, like armor, sort of like gets just this flame on him, and he's gonna go, "Oh Jesus! Oh God!" And he's sort of tapping at it a little bit, but he's gonna dive.
Did that alert my frenzies?
We'll see.
I feel like we saw a flash of something.
Yeah. It kind of has all happened at once. But you
I
guys
go
are
all
like,
this, and then as a bonus action, I go, oh, wait, hold on, oh,
you guys are about like 10 minutes, like a 10-minute jaunt out, maybe like faster if you're running, and that's like a million rounds of combat. So
yeah, well, best get jaunting, boys.
yeah, you guys, I assume you guys are gonna start heading out.
Yeah.
All right. So he's actually gonna dive onto you, Bingle. He's gonna try to tackle you.
He can try.
Yeah, he's about your height, so I'll give you the opportunity of doing either a dexterity or strength contest. And again, this is one of those things where like traditional D&D may have a thing for this.
Definitely
But
dexterity.
I like rolling hit for hit with these in strength contests when it's like
Okay.
a match for match. So he's going to try to finesse you down.
I got a 12 for dex.
All right. So he tackles you, and you're on the ground under him, and he is flailing and kind of like smacking you in the face a little bit. But he's on fire, and now you're on fire. So he's going to take... where's my... I think being on fire is 1d4.
1d2.
1d2 damage
Oh, 1d2.
per turn until put out.
All right, I'm gonna do. I didn't even know they fucking made a d2.
I'm hoping that this fire spreads.
It's called a coin, by the way.
That's accurate.
Fair enough. I'm gonna do.
Put that in the episode.
Yeah,
They must know how stupid you are.
I'm gonna do a d6, and if it's even, it's 1. If it's odd, no. If it's odd, it's 1. If it's even, it's 2. Just to simplify my life. All right, so he takes 2 damage, and you take 2 damage.
I don't take the damage until the next turn.
True. Fair enough. It's your turn. You've got a little.
It ain't cooked me yet, baby.
You got a little man. You're now on fire, and he's sort of just like smacking at your face. Also yelling.
Just
we're,
2 tiny little men.
We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you.
We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you. Okay. Okay, I want to think. Okay, I'm going to pull out my short sword from my holster while he's like flailing at me.
From your holster? From
My
your,
holster.
your fucking sheath? Scabbard?
It's dwarven. I wouldn't expect you to get it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and just go for his throat.
Okay. I am gonna give you disadvantage on that because he is on top of you and also flailing. So you have to like,
Right.
You already are reaching like under yourself to try to get at this. So
Okay.
yeah.
Here we go.
So when you
sorry.
roll, it's going to be the lesser of 2 numbers.
I got an 11.
He, like, as soon as you start, you can get your hand on it, but as soon as you start moving it from its sheath, he like you see him snap to that really quick and like bat your hand out of the way. Roll fire damage on yourself.
Okie dokie. That's 2 damage.
Okay, so take 2 damage. This turn, he is going to roll off of you and roll himself on the ground and put out his own fire. But he is going to get up to his feet and pull
and the
out.
fire doesn't spread or catch onto anything else?
No. He's able to put it out. The fire spread to you, and in lieu of actually doing anything, he's just going to kind of get off you, put some distance behind you, and put out his own fire, as he hated everything about that.
Okay. Okay. Does it take an action to get up?
No. It's going to take like a little bit of your movement.
It's half your movement, right?
In this case, it's not going to make a huge difference unless you're going to start running away.
Okay, I'm pulling out my bow. I'm going to shoot at him again.
Okay.
That's a 9.
So you shoot this arrow and your aim is true, but he grabs it out of the air, snaps it in half, and goes, "Not today!" And he is going to sprint towards you and take a stab.
Fuck.
Yeah, I feel like you might have overreached here, bud.
Does a 12 hit your armor class?
Oh, try it. Not today, bitch.
So he like fully like just as he's about to swing, you say that, and he with all of his body weight kind of brings down this dagger, but you sort of like nimbly dodge out of the way. He staggers forward and is facing again away from you and saying, "Oh, I'm gonna get you," and sort of like stabs at the air a little bit in the opposite direction.
While he's doing that, I want to quickly again. I'm gonna shoot at the back of his dome.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'm gonna shoot at the back of his knee. I'm gonna shoot at his leg.
Okay.
No, I'm shooting at his dome. That's a 10.
Again, he like you shoot and you're like you feel like your aim is true. Like it's not even that far. You're like danger close. But as soon as the arrow leaves your bow, he's like dodging out of the way of it. And as soon as you do that, he kind of quick turns and squares up right like solidly with you again. And he goes, "Listen, I don't know who you are, but you better get out of here. I don't know where Marcus and the rest went, but they're gonna come and they're gonna get you."
Your friends are dead.
"No, they're not. I heard them."
Your friends are dead.
And as you say that, he charges forward once more and is gonna take a big swing at you.
Oh my god.
I have to take fire damage, by the way. We got to remember to take my fire damage.
Go ahead and do that.
That's one damage.
Okay, so 1 damage. Does a 20 hit your armor class?
Yes, it does.
3 damage.
Oh, this guy's a little bitch. How close are the bedfellows?
I mean, like combat on average is like 6 seconds long. So you guys have been like sparring off for maybe like a minute or two.
Okay.
A round is 6 seconds long, not.
Okay. Is he okay? So he's right up against me again?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's your turn.
Is there a
more.
range? Is there a certain range that I need to be at to shoot my bow, or can I do it at fucking point blank?
I don't know actually.
You're at disadvantage if you're in melee trying to shoot a bow at him.
Okay. And if I move away, he gets an attack of opportunity. Yes.
Yeah.
If you take an action and move away, you can use your full turn to move away, like your action to disengage. But
okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and stab him with my short sword.
Okay, roll it.
Oh, that's a 19, baby.
That's a hit.
That's 5 damage plus 6 damage. That's 11 damage.
Okay.
I'm fucking doing a lot of damage here.
Yeah, you're like you're the friggin' DPS of this party. 11 damage, huh?
I hope there's some fucking intense music playing like behind this whole sequence.
All right, so you dome this guy straight in the head, and it's like he's starting to bleed a little bit, and he kind of like he sort of staggers back a little bit, and he just sort of looks at you, and he goes like, "Who are you? Why are you doing this to me?"
I'm your new master.
No, no, and he starts to run. He's gonna actually run in the direction of. Actually, let me do this the right way. Ooh, he runs in the direction of the fire, hops over it, and is quite far away from you at this point.
Not far enough, bitch. I'm shooting at him again.
All right, go ahead.
But I'm going to use, now that he's far away from me, I'm going to use fan favorite Hail of Thorns.
Oh, Jesus.
As my bonus action.
Oh, my God.
And I'm shooting right at the back of this coward. So he has Hunter's Mark on him, and he has Hail of Thorns.
Yeah.
Again, just to remind you. I don't need to remind anybody what Hail of Thorns does. Okay, and here we go. Here comes death. Did it go? 25. Does that hit?
Yeah, that hits.
Fabulous. Okay, so that's 7 damage.
Okay.
Plus 3, so that's 10.
Yeah.
Plus... Oh, I played plus 1d10 piercing damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. So he gets to roll a dexterity saving throw. Okay. Although he's running away, so I guess that's your choice as to whether or not.
No, like you caught him sort of at the end of that. Yeah, 21.
Versus what?
Your spell save.
Oh, right.
which is 12. So he nails that.
So he takes four extra damage. That's 14 damage in total.
Okay, so you sort of shoot out this arrow laced with a little bit of magical energy, and you see it make contact right around his leg and then explode outward. And you see the small figure spin towards the ground and fall flat face first into the dirt. And for a moment, you think you've won, but you can see him sort of struggle a little bit and lift himself up. And he is going to throw his dagger to the side and pull out a little white handkerchief and just kind of hang it up a little bit into the air and just collapse. Still heavy breathing, but
okay.
Soundly,
would you say combat's over now?
Soundly defeated. That's up to you, sir.
Right.
He's surrendered. Whether Bingle is...
God, my bedfellows didn't even get to fucking see how badass I just was.
No, or be furious with you engaging on a solo target.
Now, are there... So when you say he jumped over that fire, that's the fire we could see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do I see anyone else?
Nope.
Okay. I'm going to put my fucking fire out by rolling on the ground a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's
fine.
gone now.
Yeah. I forget, when you shot him with the arrow, did you take fire damage?
No, let me do that right now. That is 1 damage.
Okay. Where are you at, by the way?
That's for me to know and you to find out, listeners.
Okay.
I'm at 11 points of damage right now. I'm at 11 health.
All right.
And okay, I'm going to keep my bow out. That's for sure.
Okay.
And I'm gonna approach him.
All right.
With my arrow point, like I've got an arrow drawn and it's pointing right at him.
So he is laying on the ground, and just when you approach, he goes, I can hear you. Don't come. Leave me alone. Just waiting for my friends. I don't know who you are.
Who are you?
My name's Saturn.
Wow, that's actually quite a pretty name.
Thank you.
And who are you, Saturn?
And he passes out.
All right, I'm just gonna sit on him so that he can't. So he's not playing any sneaky shit, and I'm gonna wait for my friends.
Okay. After a few minutes, they show up.
Hey, fellas.
What the hell did we miss?
Who's your friend, Bingle?
His name's Saturn. We had a little tuffle. He's my bitch, basically. I'm his master. He passed out. Long story short, I have no idea who he is.
Can I check to see if he's alive?
Sure. Is that actually a roll?
I guess it would be medicine, right?
Well, actually,
to find out if someone's alive.
Yeah, no,
you just check his pulse.
Yeah, he's alive.
Okay.
He's like, you can tell he's hanging on with the thread, and maybe the gnome sitting on him isn't.
I had this entirely under control, but I will say that he had some weird Matrix level shit going on. He was catching arrows. He was dodging shit that he shouldn't have been able to see. So that's why I'm sitting on him.
That might be the smartest thing I've ever heard you do.
Well, I'm going to try and stabilize him at least.
All right. Well, I mean, he's not going anywhere. I blew a hole in his kneecap.
Yeah, you tend to his wounds. He's not dead. Like, he's still got...
I'm going to tie him up with my rope.
To meta a little bit, he's still got hit points, but he's soundly defeated.
Done.
Now, what I'm about to do, I'm going to explain why I'm doing it, because it does make sense from a character perspective, and I'm not doing it just because I'm a sick freak. I'm going to put a leash on him with my hemp rope.
Oh no.
Now, Bingle was raised in the woods with some fucked up dwarves, and all they really had was each other and animals. And his parents were the type that would use a child leash. And so Bingle just sort of, that's what he thinks is normal.
All right. So you got this dude tied up. You're over by his fire at this point, and you're on the edge of the woods. It's totally dark at this point, except for the light around the fire. What are you guys planning on doing? What's your next move?
I think we should have a little nap here at the fire.
I think we should post a guard.
I think either of you can handle that.
Okay. Do you want to take turns?
I just want to take a quick rest so I can recover.
How late is it by this point?
Let's see.
We've been traveling a lot of the day.
Yeah, you've been traveling most of the day.
Well, it's just gotten nightfall, right? Nightfall's just come.
Yeah, we'll say it's like 7 or 8 o'clock, roughly.
Well, we gotta wait for this motherfucker to come up, rouse anyway. So I'm just gonna. I want to take a little quick rest so I can recover some. Can't you take like a short rest or something and recover some health points? I don't know how that works.
Yeah, you can roll on a short rest. You can roll your hit die.
Yes, I would like to do that if you guys are okay with keeping watch for a little bit.
Yeah, I think. Do I have a...
All right. So as you guys are kind of settling in to sort of take a rest, is actually where we're going to end it for the night.